Well, welcome everybody. This is Roger Broberg, and we're doing Saturday training. Today is April 27th, 2019, and I'd like to welcome everybody to this Saturday training. For those of you that don't know me, I live in Utah. We've been involved with Relive for about 12 and a half years, and we started way back then because of our daughter, Christy. She had been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. It's called scleroderma. Awful disease, you guys. They could be disfigured by this. It can cripple them. The disease can also move inside. It turns your organs hard and then eventually kills you. Our daughter was only 11, and in those first 3 years of having that disease, she had formed 8 patches. And it went from her wrist up to the back of her shoulder. The spots kind of looked like burn scars. They were shiny purple. And anyway, it was about then that we heard about Relive. We heard it was just good nutrition, you guys, and we decided to give it a try. Within about a month and a half, my wife's arthritis was about 90% better. My lower back problems that I'd had for 30 years went away. And at about the 6th month, my daughter's disease made a U-turn. And those hard, shiny purple patches went back to normal skin color and went soft again. And she hasn't had any more problems with the disease now in the 12 years that we've been on this. She's married. She has 3 beautiful children. And yesterday when I was doing the children's call, I was actually tending those 3 grandkids, and I was holding one of them, the baby. And it was a poignant reminder to me that, those grandkids wouldn't be here today, more than likely, if it hadn't been for Relive. And her life has totally changed, and our lives have totally changed. And this company changes lives in so many different ways. So I am very thankful for this company and for everything that it does for us, both financially and health-wise. So what I'd like to do now is open it up to you guys, and I know there's a lot of things going on around the country. If you guys have something to share, something that's happened in your businesses this last week, please come on and share with us. I hear somebody unmuted.
Roger, this is Lana. I just like to announce. Hi, everybody. I would like to announce that May 30th, I will be in Seattle area doing a presentation. It's a Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And I have on the line with me a master affiliate. He's been in business since 2014, but he's very active. His name is Alec, and he's also earned 2 months ago, he was number 3 in the country, and so I'm trying to build his business and helping people. So I will be doing events on Thursdays.
Awesome. That's exciting, Lana. Thanks for sharing that. And doing that call with you here a week ago or so.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything to share?
Hi, Roger. This is Nidra. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Nidra. Go ahead.
Good. So I have Patty and Sheila from the Atlanta, Georgia area, 2 brand new master affiliates, and they're excited, already introducing people to me, and I'm going to be going to the Girlfriends Weekend in Atlanta and helping them. They will be going there as well, so we're excited.
Wow, congratulations, Patty and Sheila, on becoming master affiliates. What a great step that is, and you're just starting on an amazing journey. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say thanks, Roger. It is
Oh,
exciting. I'm excited to get started.
is this Patty or is this Sheila talking?
Patty.
Patty, could you, in 10 words or less, give us some bullet points on some of your results that you've seen so far?
My cholesterol was lowered. I haven't had the numbers rechecked, but it was close to 200, but the cholesterol numbers came down, and then more energy, and I'm gaining more confidence through trying to share the product with others, so it's a learning experience for that as well. And
Well, that's
making
awesome.
friends making new friendships with Nidra's been great for me. So.
Nidra is one of the best. You're in good hands there.
She is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so nervous. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sheila, can you give us a couple of bullet points on what you've seen so far?
Yes, well, actually, my doctor said I'm pretty healthy, but my husband, he was going through the diabetes stage, and he had neuropathy on his feet and everything. But since he's been taking he takes the classic with the Lunarich and also the fiber store. So he's actually starting back to get the feeling in his feet. So he said it tickles now instead of the painful feeling. So, and
well, that's awesome.
That's my take on it. Yeah. And it's
so
getting
cool.
me kind of a talker. I'm not much of a talker, but it's helping me to open up and talk to people. So
it's amazing how that happens, isn't it? Congratulations, you guys. That's so exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on and sharing. Anybody else like to share something? Elizabeth, are you by chance on the call?
Roger, I don't think she's on, but I was just going to share a little bit about that if you want me to.
Yeah, I'd love for you to, Jen. Thank you.
Okay. Just one quick second. Just like 2 minutes. Okay, sorry. A couple things going on at my house, but yes, so it's kind of been exciting. We had a meeting this Thursday. I had 3 people there, and they're all excited about Relive. One is a lady. I helped her mom. Her mom signed up as a master affiliate last month, and she had first wanted Relive for herself. She'd been in a car accident. She's about 80 and had broke her foot really bad, had surgery, and her foot was really swollen and kind of just wanting to feel better. And so I did a presentation, and she immediately thought of her daughter and said, you know what, I need this for my daughter. Her daughter is 50 and has suffered for 13 years with really severe depression, anxiety, and really horrible back issues. She hasn't been able to be a mother to her children. She spends almost every day in bed, takes a lot of medications. And she got started on the product. She's only been on them a couple of weeks. And her mom called me after 3 days. And her name is Elizabeth, the lady. Anyway, called me after 3 days and said, Elizabeth's feeling so much better. She can feel it working in her body. And then Elizabeth came to our meeting that we had here in Utah on Thursday and just was in tears really almost the whole time. She said, I can't even believe what this is doing for me. It's changed my life. Her kids can't believe it. In fact, her kids remind her to take her shakes because they're getting their mom back. I mean, she said, I have more energy. Her knees are feeling better. She can go up the stairs one at a time instead of really slowly. She's not using a cane as much. She hasn't been taking pain meds. I think she's only taken pain meds once in the last week. Her moods are better. She's been getting out of bed. Like, everyone around her is noticing her results, and she's excited. She wants to build a business. She's been on church and government assistance for 13 years because she can't function, and now she's wanting to build a business and getting her life back. So super exciting.
Well, that's awesome. And, I was at that meeting, and she shared with me her story and how, like 3.5 weeks out of the month, she was in bed, and now she's up and around, and she was looking at getting a wheelchair, and she'd have to use the carts at the grocery store that, you can sit in, and just the quality of life that's improved for her because now she's up and around and she can get out of bed on her own. And her story, Jen, actually inspired me to go to one of my people on my chicken list that I've needed to talk to, and was able to have Luann share a story with her. She's got some neck problems going on, and Elizabeth's story on Thursday night just kind of gave me the encouragement to step out of my comfort zone and talk to that person on my chicken list. So I really appreciate you sharing about her, and it's too bad she's not on today because I would have asked her to share a little bit too. So thanks, you guys. Is there anybody else that would like to share anything?
Roger, can you hear me?
I can, Luann. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Well, listening to what happened at the meeting Thursday kind of triggers my thoughts a little bit. I also had a distributor at the meeting, and he's brought in a new distributor because he's been excited because, in a sense, he got similar results as Elizabeth. I mean, he was ordering a wheelchair the day I spoke to him about Relive, and he no longer uses a cane. He doesn't need the wheelchair. And as we are on training, I was at his home yesterday. He is out on the street because he doesn't have a car, but he is out on the street, and he has made all of these little flyers and things to give out to people and he's mixing energized drinks as they ride by on their bikes, and they're walking on a path. And so he's out there, selling Relive for $1 in a bottle of water. And it's so exciting because he's so excited to build a business, and he's bringing in new distributors and sharing it. And he shared with a man that's 83 years old, needed hip surgery, and it's his neighbor, and the man is up and going and no cane and no pain and sleeping. And, and the man has Alzheimer's, didn't speak a year ago. And when I first met him, and now he's saying to me, "Come in, Luann, get a chair, sit down. This is all your fault." And so, it is the coolest thing when people are willing to make changes in their life, and they get excited because they can have a better quality of life. So, yeah, it's amazing what the Relive company and products can do.
Absolutely. And as I talked to Elizabeth on Thursday night, I was going, her story almost parallels exactly David's. And I was just going, wow, this is so interesting. And she and David both got results very quickly on Relive. So
yeah, he mentioned that.
Stories.
He mentioned that yesterday. He said, I was using a scooter to cook for my family. And he said, I couldn't even stand at the countertop. And at the meeting, he was very much relating to Elizabeth. So, yes.
Yeah, she said that she hadn't cooked for her kids. She's a single mom. She hadn't cooked for her kids for so long. And the only time that she could cook for them is if she was sitting in a chair. And same thing. I mean, it was so interesting to see the parallel there. So anyway.
Hey, Roger, can I just add something really fast?
Sure, go ahead.
Because I don't know if I'll be on a little bit later, but just to talk about the importance of follow-up and helping new people. They don't know anything about Relive. They don't know how to take it. And with Elizabeth and her mom Joy, they heard quite a few calls, but one of them was Terry Cover with his back. But he talked to them about the importance of taking Relive and taking enough of it. Here's a lady that's in crisis, honestly, and she did exactly what he told her to do as far as taking the products and the capsules. And so just to throw that out there, it's one of the reasons why she got such quick results. You know, if she would have taken a half scoop of now twice a day, it's wonderful and fabulous and would have helped her, but not as fast as it did. So just want to throw that out there.
So tell me what, I mean, I know everybody's curious. What did Terry suggest for her to do?
Oh, to her, she took 3 shakes a day with a scoop of now, and he suggested to her that she start on 20 capsules a day, which is what he did with his broken back. But she, I think, did 15. I think she did 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, 5 at night, and also a scoop of Arthfect in each shake. And I think some days she only got in 2 shakes, but so basically she was getting in at least 2 scoops of now a day, 2 scoops of Arthfect, and 15 capsules.
Awesome. Cool. So thankful for you guys sharing today. It's been awesome to hear all of these stories and new people, and it's just exciting to see what's going on. So we're going to shift gears here just a little bit, and maybe we'll see what we can do here. So let's see, which one am I on here? Okay, so the new websites, the new personal websites were launched like a week ago, I think. I don't think we've had training since they were launched. And I just thought I'd hit a couple of highlights on that for everybody. The personal websites give you some place to send people so that they can land, so they can see something on Relive, and so that you can keep them captive in your organization. If you just send them to Relive, there's a chance that they could sign up and go to somebody else. So if you send them to your website, then your information is automatically attached to them if they order or if they decide to sign up or whatever it is. And the neat thing is that these new websites, they mirror the Relive website really, really close. And right now I'm on the Relive website. And if you guys want to learn how to customize your website, you want to learn more about that, if you, even before you log in, if you go down by the login, there's a video that gives the personal website tutorial. And let me just start that.
Which is just going to make this a much faster and easier process for you to get your personal website up and running. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to take you on a tour. So in the top left here, this is where you can edit your profile picture. As you can see here, I have the Relive logo. That's also an option for you if you don't have a picture and you'd rather feature the Relive logo. That is a new option we've added in for you. Obviously, your name would appear here, your contact information, as well as a link to your story and also your...
So Erin goes through how to set up your website, how to customize. And what I thought I'd do is just kind of take just a minute. This is about a 24-minute video that she gives to help you go through that. And we're not going to take that much time. So what I thought I'd do is I'd go to my personal website, and to edit the website, you have to log in. So you click log in. It'll give you your log information if you've saved it, or you can use your RCN and your password to get in. And what will come up is just exactly what came up for me here. You can edit your story. If you haven't got your story on there, like I don't, you can add a story. Okay, and you can type it out. You can type it on the computer and then bring it in, I think, to this, copy and paste it in there. You know, if that's too much of a hassle, if you've got a phone that can, if you, like I know on my notes, if I push the microphone, I can dictate to my phone and it'll type it out, and then I can save that and either copy and paste it or email it or whatever. And what's going to happen is when you put your story in here, it's going to go to compliance, and they're going to make sure that that your story is in compliance. And we always want to keep Relive safe and not under any scrutiny from any of the government agencies. And so they'll review that. They might send back some suggestions for changes, and then you can make those changes and send it back in. And then you can get your story up on there. If you want to put a picture, let's see. If you want to put a picture up there, kind of stuck in a loop here. So let's see, you go to my profile, you can put in, you know, like your name, your address, all of that stuff. Do not know why I can't get back to my edit place. Manage my website, there it is. So if you want to, let's see, if you want to edit your photo, you click on edit your photo. It gives you the default Relive one, or you can add a photo. You can go out to your pictures on your computer. Let's see. I'll go into that. We could choose that one. And when you choose a photo, there again, it's going to go to compliance, and it's going to see. Let's see, we've got, sorry, Robert, you're getting cut out. Oops, Terry, you're getting zapped too there. So you could do that, you know, click on that. That could be your image, and that'll also go to compliance. And they'll say, yeah, that's okay to use, or no, you can't use that, or whatever. So the other things that you can do for the personal website, there's a bunch of things. You can edit, like the video that was playing on the home page. If you didn't want the Why Relive video on there, you could change it to a different video. See this little pencil or crayon up in the corner? Right now it's showing the Find the New You video. So if you click on that, then it brings up a bunch of different videos like Why Relive, or how can you earn money by sharing Relive products, and so on. I mean, there's all sorts of videos that you can add to this. Just a couple other things that I wanted to show you is your homepage icons on your site. When you go to it, if you scroll down, you're going to have these 4 icons that are up there, and you can change those to different ones. Let's see what else there is. Okay, so you could maybe put in the Calogris Foundation if you wanted to feature that. Okay, up here on the right hand corner it says changes saved. So when you click on that pencil, you click on something else to replace that with, it's going to save that automatically to your site, and it'll give you a little notice up here for just a few seconds that says that you've changed that. Robert Laird, could you unmute for a second?
You bet.
So on this, and I'm one of the baby boomers, and I don't understand everything here, but the Google Analytics settings and the Facebook Pixel
Yes.
Analytics settings, I understand what Google is, and I understand what Facebook is, but those other words are pretty Greek to me. So, do you understand what those are?
I do. So both
Could
of
you
these,
explain that?
sure. Both of these are ways for you to track where your traffic to your website are coming from. And so if you're doing any advertising, or you've got your website linked on other websites, anywhere that might drive traffic from somewhere else on the internet, these will track where they're coming from. Google will do it from anywhere on the internet, and Facebook's really for seeing how your Facebook engagement is connecting with your website. How's that for an oversimplified answer?
Hey, that's perfect. At least now I understand what they're for. I was going, what is an analytic?
Yeah, and
so
you can sign up for both of them for free. Facebook, I think you have to do it through the apps or something, and then Google, you can just click or Google Analytics, and there's a free sign up for that. And really, it just gives you a chance to look and see where you're getting traffic.
Okay, perfect. So that's kind of a quick overview on the website. They even give you the personal tutorial video on your website. The websites are pretty inexpensive, you guys. It comes with the bundle where you can get dashboard, and you can get the personal website bundle along with that, along with the Relive app for your phone. And yesterday when I contacted this person that was on my chicken list, I wanted to send her to my website, and I just about texted her just the website name, which is freedom.relive.com, and I just about sent that to her in a text, and I thought, no, go to the app on your phone and send it to her. And so I went to the app, found the place where it says to share my personal website, and I sent it to her. And within about a half an hour, I got a notification from my Relive app that said that she had gone to my website. Now, if I would have just sent her to my website and given her the address to it, then I would not have known that she went to it. But now I know that she went to it, and I can follow up with her from there. But super neat things going on with Relive, and the tech stuff that we can do now, and it's just awesome, the things that we have available for us. So let's see. We're going to go back to I'm so excited gal here, and we're going to go into training. And remember that this business training is for all of us, but it's especially for the new people, and to help them get started in building their businesses. So how do we succeed with Relive? We're going to go through some steps, 5 different steps to help you succeed. They're pretty much fundamentals. Your business is always fueled by new people, and we want to plug them into the Relive system and daily activities and corporate support. So the circle of success is identify, number 1, connect, number 2, share the story, number 3, ask for a decision, number 4, and register and go, number 5. These are the daily fundamentals, and the whole key to this is to get going on that right now. Okay, so first to identify, you want to make a list of anybody that you know that doesn't know about Relive. And you may want to make a list of 100 people, and think of different ways that you can come up with those people, friends, neighbors, church associates, work associates, sports, whatever it is. Just think of people that you know that don't know about Relive, and then maybe identify 10 people that maybe need these products for their health, or 10 people that you think about that you would want to be in business with, or that maybe need the business. And maybe jot down why you thought of each one of those people, and then work with your upline and contact 5 of those today. We always want to be talking to new people. We always want to be contacting them, and then if someone isn't interested, not a big deal, but maybe they know somebody who would be, and so always ask who do you know. So then we want to connect with those people, and identify maybe who's first, and just talk to them and share why you had thought of them, and then let them know that you have something that might be able to help them. Your goal here is not to give the whole Relive story. Your goal is to maybe catch their attention and set an appointment so that you can teach them the whole thing. Because if you say too much, then they're going to think they know everything, and they don't need to learn anymore. Opening sentences, I mean, here are some examples if you're just really kind of stuck, but I don't really like to use opening sentences or something that I've memorized. I just like to talk to people and be interested in them and listen to what they're saying and listen to what their needs might be. And then after you've set that appointment, we want to share the Relive story. And you can do this with a bunch of different ways. You can do it online, you can do it in person, you can use the slides, you can play the video that has Tom doing the presentation, you can use an opportunity book. There are lots of ways that you can get a presentation in front of somebody. There's a Monday night presentation that's online that is every week and is done by amazing people like Robert Laird, and some of the ambassadors will do that presentation too. And just, I mean, there's so many different ways that we can introduce Relive to people. So when we're sharing the story, like I said, you need to ask who they know and get them thinking about people that they might know that needs this also. We can do that with a lot of different ways. Stories are a really great way to do that. If you have stories in your presentation, that gets people thinking outside of not only themselves, but it gets them thinking outside of, well, Roger's issues, were back problems, and this is only for back problems, and I don't have back problems. Well, everybody knows somebody with back problems, but if somebody shares that story in the presentation, then they might think of somebody else. And so bring in different stories, different things than maybe what each person is dealing with. Like it says here, you can do in-home parties, you can do special events and meetings and conference calls and have your upline share with them. A lot of different things that we can bring in. So the fourth step on the wheel is to ask for a decision. Sometimes that can be a little scary for people, but these people are waiting for that. They want to know how they can get started. They want to know what they can do. And we want to ask them open-ended questions, like, what did you like about what you saw? Or, just talk to them and see what they're thinking, what they're most interested in, if it's the business or if it's the products. And then, you can make a decision from there. I mean, if they're interested in the business, we might want to review the comp plan with them a little bit more. So anyway, just ask for that decision. I always like to use the example, if you went into Baskin-Robbins and you got a bunch of tastes of the different ice cream and the salesperson never asked what you wanted and he just walked off, you'd be standing there going, I wanted that Rocky Road. Where did you go? So we need to ask for that decision. Ask where do you want to get started, and listen to what they're saying. Listen to their needs so that you can talk with them and help answer those questions. And if you don't know the answer, you don't have to fake it. You can bring in another person by phone or whatever, and that gives them another validation on this. If they decide they want to do the business, then you can ask them where they want to get started that way, and help them by revisiting the comp plan and helping them make a list and who they may want to talk to. And register and go. You have so many different ways to register people in the company. You can do it online, you can do it on your phone, you can do it in your app, you can do it at your website. There are so many different ways. You can even call into Relive and they'll just help you over the phone and do that. So there's lots of different ways to register people, and then follow up with them, like has been said on the call today. Follow up with them and see if they're being consistent with their shakes, if they're doing the things that they need to, and then what results they're seeing so far. And like I said before, if they want to do the business, make sure to take immediate action with them. Help them build their list. Help them connect to people. Do some calls with them. I remember when I was brand new, I had no idea how to even do a three-way call. And I called my upline and we practiced between my cell phone and her and the home phone. And we did that until I could figure out how to do that three-way call so that I wouldn't drop the people and hang up on them. And anyway, just simple things like that they may need help with. And then find out who they want to call first, share your story for them, and help them do their first appointment. We want to review the basics of running a Relive business, like ordering, registering people, how to use the Relive website, what comes in the distributor kit, and just all of the things that are available to us, the distributor services, and even the science department of what a great resource that is. Lots of different tools, like I said. The Relive system, we have conferences, we have special events. We've got a conference coming up in July in Chicago, and everybody ought to be registered for that. That's going to be an awesome event. So get registered, get your hotel, get your airfare, and plan to go to conference. Leaders go to conference, and your businesses will take a jump forward of at least 6 months if you go to conference. Let's see, that's an old slide, and I just downloaded this too. So engage your team, introduce people to news stories, help them to build relationships with other people, help them to learn to use those stories as they're sharing with people. We want to stay engaged. You want to plug people into emails, calls, webinars, blogs, social media, etc. And then set goals with them. Help them to to advance and to further their business. And as you do that, that's going to further your business. And then the last step is to follow up and duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. You want to always be thinking of who's next. So we have a great opportunity, you guys, to go out there and help people, to change people's lives, like we've heard the stories today. So get out of the way of yourself and go out and talk to new people and share this hope that we have. It's been my pleasure to do this training, and I hope everybody has gotten something out of it, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, Roger.
Roger.
Thanks, Roger.
Thanks, Roger.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Roger. Hey, I've got a question. Can you slip back to that old slide really quick? I had to step away from my computer for a minute and I missed it.
The old slide of the Relive Live?
Oh, is that what it was? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it was.
Okay, well, great training. Thanks.